how are you? No, my name is Terry. And hello. Hello from a cat. You can say hello. There's another cat in there. She's not getting there either. I'll have to go on anyway. I'm sorry, they're meanwhile. They're just tired. They've had hard days, apparently. Do you know what makes days hard? Cat. I'll tell you. For example, do you know how long I've been out? I've just come back from the pub. I had 2 beers. And do you know what happens to cats when they stay home and 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 their person's out having beers? Who with what's happening and bad things have happened to them in their past. Their person, in this case me. Oof, I did a hard day. Oh yeah, lots of worrying required. Anyway, so um and thank you for caring. So you do too. Thank you. I really do. Thank you. Okay, so I just put that thing. Have you seen it? The emergency one. I just put to ask people to about how I think that sometimes narcissists who've abused children in childhood, if given, well, I don't know exactly, maybe given enough space from them and time away from them, and that child's grown and they've been working on themselves and stuff, that I think it is sometimes possible for that paedophile and or narcissist and or psyops, inquisition, or other ones joined with them to actually, possibly in some instances, learn to care for and or respect and or love and or and or love children that have been abused like that by pedophiles like themselves, really. Yeah, in adulthood, right? Like if they can see that you've been working on yourself and you're working on your strengths and you're not so vulnerable. So I think with some of them at least, the one of the things I have problems with children who they get ordered to abuse from psyops or inquisition, Catholics or Protestants, the other way around, yeah, Protestants and Catholics, and usually orders to abuse to death, sexually abuse to death, is how vulnerable they are, how soft they are, how sweet they are, how helpless they are. And when they see them as adults, in some cases they can see they're not, even if they're sweet, they're not vulnerable. And even if they're soft, they're not defenseless. Right? I think maybe in some cases they might respect them, or it might grow, or maybe even care about them or love them in time, maybe. Of course, it's got to be in the right setting as well. Got to be in a setting where, like the pub, yeah, like the pub, like the survivor of the child abuse and the one who's abused children can go at any time without the other's permission. Yeah. and as many times as they want to, any days or whatever, and see if they run into each other and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, so just thought I put that in. So anyway, see here. So, anyway, so and then I felt strongly I should look up my Book of Mormon, which I wrote. So it's supposed to be for my church and myself being Jesus Christ, and all of you who've suffered at the hands of horrible ones like Catholics and Protestants, Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints. All of you being the Latter-day Saints, these being the latter days. So I'm still in charge of it, and there's a whole heap of them that have run off psyops and position trying to take over it again. They try to, every worthwhile group and religion and stuff, trying to make it evil and trying to turn it into a way of making other saints, yeah. So anyway, I'm still in charge of my group, and there's a whole heap of ones running around claiming they're part of my group who aren't, and so it's all a bit grim. Anyway, so I felt I had to look up something in my Book of Mormon, and what came up was, let's see, and it came to pass that the angel spake unto me, he spoke to me, saying, Look, I now my eyes are playing up. I looked, and behold, sorry. Oh man, hang on. Maybe if the lights on. Light. The angel spake unto me, saying, Look. And I looked, and behold, many nations and kingdoms. And the angel said unto me, What beholdest thou? What do you see? And I looked, and beheld many and kingdoms here. And he said unto me, These are the nations and kingdoms of the Gentiles. So according to the New Testament, and some of the other Jesuses, including the Suffer Jesus, Gentiles means unbelievers. So sometimes some of Jesus is called Gentile dogs. Really? Yeah. It means unbelievers. And in some of the matrices, if matrix operators see on the matrix read out that somebody's a dog, it may or may not actually mean that they have 4 legs. It might just mean an unbeliever in Catholic and Protestant or Romans. Those were the ones who were invading it. And the Jesuses were first around. Right, so Gentiles, which according to some of them means unbelievers. Let's see. Gentiles. And it came to pass that I saw among the nations of the Gentiles the formation of a great church. And the angel said unto me, Behold, the formation of a church, which is most abominable. Let me see. The illegal Mormon church. above all other churches, which saith, the saints of God, yes, and them and boundeth them down and kept us down, kept us limited, and yoketh them with a yoke of iron, slavery, and muck of the beast, and bringeth them down into captivity, slavery. Oh. Let's see, we go one more church. Headed by the Catholics and Protestants, not like this church. So if you want to look this up, there's an app, there's Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints app available on Google Store, Google Play. And this one's First Nephi 13:1. If you want to look it up, if you want to get the app and look it up. But yeah, this is like this stuff is more. It's like so you write that stuff and give it to some prophets. Some of it I wrote myself. Anyway, I wrote down myself. I mean, yeah. So for me, in the Bible, there's the Old Testament, there's the New Testament. The Old Testament, there's the New Testament, there's the Book of Revelations, there's the Proverbs, which is Book of Wisdom, right? And then there's this, the Book of Mormon, in the order of when that stuff was given to, from this end to the saints, or from the other end, right? So anyway, this is just an add-on thing. It's interesting if you are interested in that kind of stuff. There's another one which is pretty amazing. It's called Lost Books of the Bible, and there's some other ones from the Nag Hammadi Papyri and the Apocrypha, all of which are really interesting, and none of that other stuff is authorized by the Catholics or Protestants. It's not authorized by Inquisition themselves, apart from the Bible, but even some of that, they don't like very much of it, if it's righteous or anything. Yeah, they're not very healthy at the moment, no. And they've gone back from these sort of times, backwards and forwards, doing bad stuff, and well, anyway, hopefully now they're on the other side of that, and hopefully they're trying to be good now. Well, no, because you're still trying to take it over. You shown up, you tried to tell her you were in charge of her church. So of course it didn't work. Whether you're trying to take over her churches, or her places, or her life, or her bank account, or her phone account, or of course it didn't work. You can't. It didn't work like. Does not work like that. What's mine is mine. We can all say what's mine is mine. No, what's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. That's right. No one else's stuff is yours. No one else's stuff is mine. Stealing is wrong. Covetousness is one of the 7 deadly sins. It's another name for stealing as well. What's mine is mine. And that works really well. Because what you've earned, even what you've been given legitimately and legally and morally as gifts from people, that's yours. As long as you didn't force them to give it to you or something. And same with everyone else. And according to the laws, the moral and the legal yours, you get to keep what's yours. That's important. What's mine is mine. Anyway, so check it out if you want. On Google Play, the Book of Mormon is another name for it as well. But it's an app you can get as well. So some of that's been even more updated since it was written. So, if you want most updated stuff from me, keep watching my Terry Cat and Terry Popple accounts on YouTube and other places. And that's not just the only group that I've made, and I'm in charge of this other ones as well. So anyway, thank you for listening. That's right. And I love everyone I'm in love with everyone I'm in love with. And what's mine is mine. Force be with me. Source be with me. Flow be with me. What's mine is mine. Force be with me. Force be with me.